Hello, great people. The Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, is currently in severe pains as the appeal court has ruled against his faction, the Martin Amaewhule-led faction of the Rivwrs State House of Assembly, in a suit seeking the halt of federal government allocation to Rivwrs State, headed by Governor Siminalayi Fubara. In this video, we'll be dissecting all the issues surrounding it and Rivwrs State politics itself. Now, what Nyesom Wike was seeking to do is to kill the state, in the sense that fund is one of the oxygen in the nostrils of a state. So it is safe to say kudos to appeal court for that particular judgment, although the judgment was given based on technicality. Appeal court said that Rivwrs State is a state and you cannot go to the Federal High Court to stop the allocation to Rivwrs State, because the Federal High Court is a court under the federal government. So you should have gone to, I think, the State High Court to file the charges. And the appeal court, in their wisdom, based on that technicality, decide to give the judgment in favor of Governor Siminalayi Fubara and, of course, the people of Rivwrs State. So, based on that, whether technicality or not, I will say kudos to appeal court, in the sense that if you look at it, the appeal court can as well give judgment in favor of the Nyesom Wike faction and nothing would have happened. It's the appeal court. The highest that can happen is for Governor Siminalayi Fubara to approach the Supreme Court. And now, the Supreme Court is where the main issue is. I hope that Fubara is on guard, because there might be surprises at the Supreme Court. I hope that Governor Siminalayi Fubara is not just going home to sleep, because Wike has proven himself over time, over the years, as a very dogged fighter. Wike has proven himself as somebody that doesn't give up. Wike has proven himself as somebody that can go all out to maintain his hold on Rivwrs State. So I hope that Governor Siminalayi Fubara is on guard and is beware of surprises at the Supreme Court, because on the flip side, judgment may be given for public appeal at the appeal court, in the sense that to massage the ego of the public, to massage the ego of the people that are pro Fubara, just to massage their ego, so that at the end of the day, when judgment come against Fubara at the Supreme Court, you won't say, oh, the judiciary is bad. Though it may be a well-calculated attempt to give the judgment of the appeal court in favor of Fubara and Rivwrs State government, then when you get to Supreme Court, which is the final court, then a different judgment will come in. Let me give you an example. In Kano State, the last governorship election in Kano State that produced Abba Kabir Yusuf, at the tribunal level, which is equivalent to High Court, I think the judgment was given in favor of APC. Abba Kabir Yusuf is of the NNPP. At the appeal court, judgment was given in favor of Abba Kabir Yusuf. But at the Supreme Court took a different dimension and gave judgment in favor of Abba Kabir Yusuf. Again, at the High Court, judgment was given against Abba Kabir Yusuf. At the appeal court, it was given against Abba Kabir Yusuf. But the Supreme Court, it was given in his favor. So if that can happen, then at the Supreme Court can go either way. So I hope that Governor Siminalayi Fubara is not going home to sleep. Now, one thing we can imagine from this appeal that is worthy of note is that the duration of the case lasted from October 30, and started October 30, and judgment was given 13 December. So if you look at the Nigerian justice system, that means that the appeal was heard very fast. The appeal was heard very, very fast, because there are people that have land cases, there are industrial disputes, there are different kind of cases at the appeal court level that have been there for maybe 10 years. But when it comes to political cases, it is always speedily addressed. So what I want to say is the way the judiciary usually address political issues very fast, can they please, in the name of the God they serve, always try to quickly address non-political issues as well, so that it is not the politicians that will be knowing their fate easily. It is not the politicians that will be feeling that, oh, they've gotten justice, but the ordinary Nigerians that have nothing to do with politics can also smile or know their fate on any cases or any case that is before the court. So can the appeal court and even the high court, even the magistrate court and the Supreme Court, all the layers of court in Nigeria, can they please begin to treat cases very, very fast? And can we have a functional system, a functional institution in such a way that most of these cases will not even get to court in the first place? Because now, as we are approaching 2027, from early 2026, the politicians will flood the court again. So that means that pre-election, the politicians are in court. During election, they are in court. Post-election, they are in court for different kind of cases. When will the ordinary Nigerian enjoy the court and get justice at our law courts? This is very, very important. And one thing we need to look at on the personality of Nyesom Wike is that what Nyesom Wike is seeking through the Martin Amaewhule-led faction to stop allocation to Rivers State, what Nyesom Wike is seeking, as I said, is to kill the state. Fund in the life of a state is an oxygen in nose. What Nyesom Wike is seeking is to strip the state naked. Is to strip the state. You know, I've said it before in one of my videos that the state is a living entity. A state, a country, they are living entity. They are like a living human beings. So, and that's why it's always good to catch up with my videos and don't miss any of my episodes. Now, you see, what Nyesom Wike is seeking, apart from seeking to strip the state naked, is also to make the state a useless father. In the sense that a father that cannot cater for his children, a father that cannot meet the needs of his children, is a useless father. So if Rivers State cannot pay teacher salary, cannot pay civil servant, cannot embark on any projects, considering the quasi-federalism system that we practice, you are seeking to make the state a useless father. What Nyesom Wike is seeking is to make the state a breastless mother, like a mother that has no breast. How will you breastfeed your child? So what Nyesom Wike is seeking is something that should not be encouraged by any sane person at all. Because in life is turn by turn. If since God created Adam and Eve and people were being born into this world, if people are not dying, the world would have been overpopulated, that you and I wouldn't even have a place to stay. In fact, the food in the world will not be enough. Maybe human beings will even be eating themselves, right? But because as people are being born, people are also dying. So the earth is having a balance. Now, if you look at it, if Nyesom Wike perpetuates himself in power in Rivers State, how will new political superstars emerge? And let us look at the political history of Rivers State. Peter Odili became the governor in 1999. Amaechi was his political boy. Amaechi was the speaker. Against the wishes of Peter Odili and his wife and his political family, Rotimi Amaechi became the governor. When Rotimi Amaechi became the governor, he didn't allow Peter Odili to lord over him. Peter Odili hands off on the matters of Rivers State and allow Rotimi Amaechi to be his own man. When Rotimi Amaechi ruled after 8 years, Nyesom Wike emerged with the luck of the, or should I say, the favor of the Jonathan family. When Nyesom Wike emerged, he didn't allow Rotimi Amaechi to lord over him. He uprooted anything Rotimi Amaechi in the governance of Rivers State. Rotimi Amaechi, despite being with Buhari at the time, hands off anything in Rivers State and allowed Nyesom Wike to be his own man. Now, when Nyesom Wike ruled for 8 years, Nyesom Wike installed Siminalayi Fubara. Siminalayi Fubara could not cope with the high-handedness of Nyesom Wike. Remember the statement of Siminalayi Fubara that if it is to give you my own kidney, I cannot give you my own kidney. That means that Siminalayi Fubara has tried to appease Nyesom Wike, but Nyesom Wike appears to be somebody that cannot be satisfied. So Fubara decided to be his own man. Now, the problem in Rivers State now is that what Nyesom Wike enjoyed during the time of Amaechi, when Amaechi left office and Nyesom Wike was sworn in, what Nyesom Wike enjoyed is denying Fubara the right to enjoy what he enjoyed from the hands of people like Rotimi Amaechi. Despite the fact that at that point in time, Nyesom Wike was in the opposition. His party had lost the presidential election. Goodluck Jonathan did not get the second term that he was seeking for at that time. Now, Rotimi Amaechi is with the Buhari faction and he was made a minister. So, Nyesom Wike had the federal might that Wike have now. He has the federal might. He has everything to frustrate Nyesom Wike. But for the sake of the people of Rivers State, for the interest of the people of Rivers State, Rotimi Amaechi, despite the enormous power, the federal might that he had at that time, he allowed Nyesom Wike to be his own man. Rotimi Amaechi allowed Nyesom Wike to be his own man. So why is Nyesom Wike finding it difficult to allow Fubara to be his own man? And as I've always said, and I will not get tired of saying it, that the court can give judgment in favor of the pro-Wike faction based on technicality or for reason best known to them. On the long run, it's okay if that is the wisdom of the court. But the pro-Wike lawmakers decamp because the videos are on social media. You can search for it. The videos are everywhere where they were singing on your mandate we shall stand. So they truly decamp. So I hope that the court will perhaps, give judgment, and that the judgment will not only see to be given, but judgment would have been seen to have been served because the pro-Wike lawmakers actually decamp. But if the court want to decide to go for technicalities, then maybe they may give judgment in their favor. Nothing is impossible in this Nigeria. Okay, so I hope that the court will find a middle ground. And Fubara himself is a beneficiary of technicality anyway. This case, the judgment of the allocation was given in favor of Fubara based on technicality, that the case should have been filed at the state high court, not at the federal high court. So it was based on technicality. So if at the end of the day, the court eventually used technicality against Fubara, we should not be quick to cast aspersion on the judiciary. But I wish Fubara the best, and I hope that he will have his say on the politics and governance of Rivers State. And when his tenure is over, if he tries to lord himself on the people of Rivers State as a godfather, I hope the people of Rivers State will also reject him as they are rejecting Nyesom Wike. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we relax to analyze politics and happenings in the polity. Do want to subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, and of course, I have great, interesting videos coming your way. Till I see you again, always remember that I love you all sincerely.